Maximum Apocalypse! Hey everybody, it's Doug here, getting ready to bring you our next episode of Maximum Apocalypse, which you can see the box up there, shows who it's made by. It's Rock Manor Games. We're in our third episode, which will probably be the last episode for this tutorial scenario, which is extremely easy according to the rules, even though it hasn't been all that easy for us, because we got, typically with my starting luck in these playthroughs, I went, I don't know, 5 or 6 turns without the hunter getting any type of weapon. So it kind of slowed us down. However, we got everything we need to win, so I'm not freaking out that we're going to struggle to get out of the game this time. It is meant to be easy. It's meant to be a learning experience, this particular scenario. And then after that, you know, we got a whole bunch of them that we could do. They're everything from very easy to normal to hard to very hard to very, very hard and hard. Yeah. So anyway, difficulty levels can ratchet up. But what we're going to do right now is get on with our game. As you know, our hunter's been poisoned. So has our veteran by these mutant rats. And we don't really have a way to cure that. We're trying to get the heck out of Dodge. If we can get to the van and get to the gas in the van, we'll get out of here before we die of poison from the mutant rats. So, our last stop was the gas station. We're both there right now. We're about to start our hunter's turn. Of course, you know, the first thing that we have to do is roll to see if we're going to spawn monsters. So let's do that and see what happens. It says that there's a maximum of 3 monsters, but I didn't really see anything what happens when you go over that. But let's see what we roll. We roll a 7. I don't think we have any 7s. We don't, guys. So, oh, sorry, it's a 6. Sorry. Doing math, Doug. Do math. So we are going to have some tokens go out. Luckily, not one where we're at. However, let's see. We're going to have 1 here. 1 here. That's all 3 there. And 1 here. So, all 3 are filled up in the fields right now. That's not good, but that's okay because that didn't really hurt our progress at all. We need to keep moving. And so with that in mind, we're going to go to the hunter's turn and get started with her. She just rolled her, actually, well, that was part of her turn. She just rolled her movement roll, or monster roll. Now we're going to draw her card. Oh, she got the crossbow. Much better. Much better. It's got 8 ammo on it. And now the bow, see, the bow doesn't have any ammo. It uses other cards. We just have to. We're going to equip both of these, actually. I think we can. I don't think there's anything saying we can't. So we're going to do that with our first action. Actually, we're going to equip the crossbow because I don't think we're out of trouble yet. So she's got the crossbow in play now. And then for her next action, I think she might use the binoculars. I don't know if we're going to move blindly. Well, we have the crossbow now. Let's move. For her next action, remember, I'm using these purple tokens for actions. We're going to flip this over and move into it. The hospital. Nice. Oh, that was actually really helpful. We're going to be staying there, I think, for the turn. Oh, it's a red spot, though. Well, we don't need to scavenge anymore. We got the gas we need. On entering, she gains a health back, so we're going to remove one of the health point damages. She is now at 15 out of her 24, so she's not doing really, really good. I think then she will take her third action to scout here and see what we have. Using the binoculars, it's a farm, so we would have got a free green scavenge, but that's okay. We can get to the van clearly now. We have no problem getting to the van. And then what she's going to do for her fourth and final action is consume this food. Now she has some health too. She has a med supply, but she's going to stay there, and that's going to get her back 2 health as well. So she's going to consume the food that she has. That's going to go into this scavenge discard pile, and she will reduce her hunger back down to 2. We've been really, again, this is an easy scenario, so we've been able to manage our hunger pretty well. Next up, what is she going to do? Well, she is going to increase her hunger back to 3 at the end of the turn, and then she will take 3 points of damage. However, 2 points rather. However, she's going to gain 2 points back from being at the hospital, so we're going to call it a wash. She's still at 15 points of damage, and that's going to end her turn. All right, all 4 actions taken. Now let's move over to the veteran. I like the veteran character. He's pretty cool. A little different. Anyway, we got an 11 on the monster roll, which is fantastic. Well, not so much really, but that's okay. We'll be all right. It's going to place a token, a monster token, right there on the farm on the way to the van. That's all right. Not the end of the world here. So, first thing we're going to do with our veteran is draw his card, see what he gets. Dog collar. We got 1 dog collar already, so this is not going to help us. Let me make sure we're fine on stuff right now. So for his first action, he's going to move to the hospital. That's going to reduce 1 damage. I assume that means for both him and the dog. I'm going to say it does because that would make sense. It doesn't say that. It says when you enter, you restore 1 health. Well, Both the veteran and the dog had damage, so they're going to restore 1 health. Next up, next action, we're going to clear the way. We're going to use our mortar. I know it's only 1 critter with these phallus bullets, and we're going to clear out the space right here. We took another ammo. We're clearing this out. We mortar that monster. It is gone. Get to remove the token. And then we are going to third action, move into here. We're in a good place. Fourth action, we're going to eat. Yeah, we're going to eat. We're going to, because actually, I think this should have been at 5 already from last turn. I think I missed that. But anyway, it's going to go to 0, because 1 rather, because we're going to consume that food, bring it down to 1. We are full. We had a really fantastic meal of, let's see, Cheerios. That's Chariots. That's funny. Fanta, some scrappy peanut butter, and a Snackers bar. We just feasted like crazy. That's going to be all our actions for the turn. We are in good shape, and we have cleared the way to the van. We're going to make it to the van. I'm feeling good, feeling good. Let's roll a bunch of monsters that we have to fight. We'll just take them with us, right? That ends the round, so his hunger is going to go back up to 2. I don't think it can go to 0. I assume I did that right. We'll see. I'm sure you'll let me know if I don't. And we will take 1 point of damage, which I forgot to do for actually. Got to remember that she's got 2 too. So actually the hunter went up to 16 points. She's got 16 damage on her now because she had 2 poison tokens. She's got, well, actually she takes both of those, right? Yeah, I'm going to take that too. That's right. She was awash because of the hospital. That's right. Okay, we're good. We're good. But the veteran did take 1. Remember, he's got his dog tags that protects him from taking 1 damage. So he took 1 from the 2 poison damage he has. Then we're going to go back to the hunter's turn. What I care about is not rolling a 3 or an 11. A 4. Oh, man, that's really close. It's like, that would just be awesome. Okay, there's nothing on the board that's a 4, so we don't spawn any monsters. We're going to draw one of our cards. Camouflage, well, actually, that adds to our sneak. You know, I haven't ever snuck by a monster. I just haven't bothered. I've just been fighting them. Anyway, yeah, we're going to keep camouflage. We did use that once. This one's, I think I was supposed to wear that once I've done it. I don't know how that card's a little wonky. I think I used it incorrectly last time. Stealth test. Roll 2 dice. If your combined roll is less than or equal to your survivor's stat, then you are successful. Each monster token on the tile reduces your stealth by 1. So we can sneak by them. We just haven't bothered, right? And I don't think we're not going to need to now because she is going to get the heck out of dodge. So we're going to go first action. She's going to move. Second action. She's going to move again to the van. And then for free action, she's dumping 3 cans of gas in the van. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And she climbs on in. But she's still got 2 actions left, so I think for her third action, she's going to gobble up the medical supplies. Might as well just keep herself from taking too much damage. That's going to put her, that is 3. That's going to put her down to 12 damage. And she has 1 more action. She'll equip this other backpack. Why not? Just for the sake of doing it. And then we're going to end her turn. Her hunger goes back up to 4, and she takes 2 damage this turn for sure because she doesn't have a choice. She's taking 2 damage, and she is at the van. Okay, that is her turn. Did everything we need to do for her. Let's go back to the veteran. He just has to get to the van. Hey everybody, it's future me talking to past me and the past of you as you're watching this video. I've jumped in the future, and I'm going to post this. I'm going to kind of mix this into the video that I did here for this game, Maximum Apocalypse, in the last episode, because I want to talk about some just corrections and things. I really like this game, so I want to give it its due. I think it's a good game, and I want to make sure that I've articulated the rules well enough. I think, for the most part, yes, but I made a couple of key errors I just wanted to address because this was my blind playthrough learning game, right? So, and unlike most circumstances, I'm actually getting the rare ability to go back and share this with you. By the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's Christmas Eve here in the United States. My family's still sleeping, so everybody's off, so everybody's taking advantage of the opportunity. I thought I'd get up and get some filming done for you guys and enjoy getting some gaming to the table today, since I know it's going to be a kind of an indoors family day for us before we head up to our extended family for Christmas Eve, etc. But let's get on. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate around the world. Enjoy it. That said, let's talk about this. So first and foremost, I made a very simple mistake on a couple of cards. One was the camouflage card, and then on the fuel cards. So I should have looked. This is just me being stupid. They actually take up an inventory slot, and it says equip immediately as a free action or discard. So I had not been doing that. Got to remember that one for future episodes, but I want to point that out. You actually equip it, and it does take an inventory slot. That would have limited us a little bit. I would have had to kind of, at least with the veteran, probably would have had to manipulate a couple things around. Even though he only had one gas can, it probably would just want to mean I would not have equipped the Luger or had used up the mortar. I would have ended up using up the mortar, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I probably would have had to spend an extra turn. So I still think the results would have been exactly the same, but we're going to talk about it. So, anyway, I would have had to do that just to keep the fuel card that he had, and the Hunter had like all these extra backpack slots, so we were okay there too. But one of the things I missed, and it was just because I had this like this, was that right there. As you can see on the van card, there is a number 6, and unfortunately, I put the scenario card slightly over the van card to kind of keep track of the scenario, and I did. As I rolled 6s, as you can see, I rolled plenty of 6s. I didn't stock that up. However, like I said, we had the mortar. When I got there, I probably would have been able to use the mortar. I would have been able to use the mortar for an action, take those guys out, and still gotten into the space and got the heck out of there. Maybe I would have had to fight and kill an extra monster or two, but that would have been about it. And then the other thing I want to talk about was the camouflage card. Let me see if I can find that in the deck. This one. This is actually an equipped item that increases your ability to stealth by, and I didn't really use stealth in this scenario. I don't think you do, just because of the nature of it. Just kind of, it's a little bit of a race in this one. Maybe some of the other ones aren't so much. We're going to find out as I play in a new scenario, but I just want to point that out that I also, the first time I played, the second time I realized what it was, and I didn't play it, but the first time was it should have been equipped when I used it, etc. Anyway, I got to pay a little more attention to those types of things. But other than that, we did okay for a learning game. And so, what I wanted to say was that there's more coming to this game, guys. And I really think if you're a solo player or you like cooperative games set in a post-apocalyptic setting or something like that, that I do think gets tougher than this tutorial scenario, which is labeled as extremely easy. So, you know, it's not intended for you to lose. It's intended for you to win, which I like because it gives you a sense of the game while not punishing you like some other games, Ghost Stories, for example, will do. Just punish the heck out of you when you're trying to learn the game. Others will do that too, but that's okay. That's okay because I think it makes it worthwhile. So, thinking about going into this, but I'm thinking about swapping out the characters. I don't know. We could play the Hunter and the veteran again. I think I got the play style, the veteran down better than I got the play style, the Hunter down. But I believe that's only because I didn't get the Hunter's weapons out very fast. So it made it a little more challenging. But we'll see, guys. Anyway, I just wanted to slip this in from future me to touch on those things. Especially this just kind of bummed me out that I missed that, because that's a pretty big miss, as is the fuel cans. So please forgive me, and I'm glad I was able to correct that for you guys so you can see the rules properly. And also, we didn't really get to see these in this scenario because it really didn't matter. I didn't drop things off and come back. But there's actually these really cool fuel cans too, which are pretty darn neat. Anyway, guys, thanks again. So continue watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Apologies for the minor errors that you will see. And I apologize for not spawning on here. I should have. Like I said, I think I kept covering that up and didn't notice the 6 there. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And we will make sure to perform that correctly in the next scenario. So, speaking of which, if you know these scenarios and you have a particular one you'd like to see played, let me know. I'm going to have to probably film well before I get the answer to that. But I just thought I'd extend that so we can see what we want to do next. Anyway, guys, take care. Keep watching. Enjoy your holidays. And enjoy. Bye. But, of course, we have to roll to see if we get any monsters. A 7. We are good, actually. Wow. Good job. No monsters. Okay. So, let's look at our objective. It says, find 4 fuel cans. We did that. And make your way to the van you can see in the distance from the rooftops. When everyone has successfully made it to the we're going to take it, we're going to first draw this card. We get to draw a card. Ooh, M1 Garand. God, I wish I had that before. 5 damage in the long term. It's got 4 ammo. We don't have it equipped yet. We're not going to bother because we're going to use our first action to move, free action to dump the gas in, and then we drive off in the van. We have succeeded! Yay! Yay, we won! Ah, okay, so we completed our first tutorial objective. That is great. We have completed the game scenario. Let's talk about this. The only thing I think I may have made an error on is this camouflage card. It looks like it's an item. I guess I should have equipped the last one when I did that. And then it's an action to do that. So it actually would have taken me 2 actions when I used that before to get rid of that mutant. So I actually did do that wrong. I'll make a note of that. I don't think I'll make a note of it in the show notes on the last one because I've already edited and created the video, but I did realize I did do that wrong. Anyway, that's that. So we are good to go, and that was my first experience, blind playthrough of this game. Here's what I like about it. It's simple. I mean, the rules, except for that one thing with the camouflage card, the rules are simple enough to get through it. So free actions, it says you can do exactly one. You can do each of the free actions, or one per turn. I don't know, but like when it says fuel up the van, that doesn't say you can only drop off 1 card. Like I don't spend 4 turns there, right? So I don't think I do. And we did. We dropped off the fuel at the objective, and then we drove away. So I think that when you're doing free actions, you can do one of these. Like you can't keep doing discard 2 cards to draw 1. I don't know. Maybe you can. I mean, it would make sense. You're depleting. Remember, your card deck is also like a health timer in a sense. That if you run out of cards, you lose, even though you have health and all that stuff as well. So. Thoughts on the game? I think that man, you could so easily sit down and play this with people. I think it's so straightforward, and the rules are really pretty darn clear in 90% of the cases. Like I said, I misplayed the camouflage card. That's really about it. And we did make our way to the van. Of course, again, this is the tutorial, extremely easy scenario, so I didn't expect to encounter too much trouble. I think this is going to be a very short video, but anyway, maybe what we'll do is play another one. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to vote. Do you want me to continue? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to check the mailbox today because I haven't done it yet, and I am expecting the next delivery of this game. Actually, the rest of the game, the horror stuff. I could continue with one of these scenarios. Maybe we'll do that. But if I do get the other one, then I'll show that off instead. So let me know if you want to do it again, though, at all. If you want me to continue to play Maximum Apocalypse, let me know. We'll get right to it. I said I did make a mistake with that camouflage card, and I do realize that, so I apologize. We're going to continue, and I do like these characters. If I do play again, I will play with the same characters, just so we can see how it plays out in a more difficult scenario. I think the veteran, actually, I think the hunter's quite good. I just think that the problem is that we didn't get our weapons out early enough. We got the crossbow and I didn't even put the 8 ammo on this. I needed to put 8 ammo on, but we didn't need to use it, so it didn't really matter. I think getting that out earlier in the game, and I don't know how many there are on the deck. Well, let's see, we could have got it. We could have selected a gear card from the discard pile or whatever. And there's a lot of things I don't think we got. There's another crossbow, yes. There's 2. There's a machete. We didn't get that. Another bow. Another bow. Yeah, so see, we had the opportunity to get motorcycle, 2 motorcycles, which are both at the bottom of the deck. Or actually, they would have been next. We could fill those up with 2 gas and have a motorcycle. That would have been cool too, but instead we didn't. And we did have the binoculars and that to play with. So I do believe that if we had our weapons up front, it would have gone a lot better for us. That's my thought on it. The hunter could have done significantly better, right? So anyway, maybe that'll happen in the next scenario if you guys want me to continue. So let me know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I do have a lot of things to get to the table if you want me to do that, or I can play this again. I really enjoyed it, so I don't mind. And I will talk to you next time, guys. Sorry for the short episode, but we won the scenario, even with a minor cheat with the camouflage. It wasn't. I don't think it was a crisis. I could have evaded him or done something else as well, but we left him behind. So there you have it. Maximum Apocalypse. That's the game. Like I said, really straightforward. Setup takes a few extra moments because you have to actually set up your decks, your scavenge decks, and your map, and that's really the hardest part of the game is setting that up. Otherwise, pretty simple. like, you know, if we were to do the other one, this one says map tiles in a random, that when it doesn't show a map layout, it just means in a random configuration. I think most of them are. Most of them don't have, you just have the map tiles in a configuration that's equally separated out. So, yeah, I don't, like, there's one that's 18. Yeah, I think they're all evenly spread out. It works pretty well. All right, guys, thanks. Talk to you in the next episode, and take care. Have a very good day. I hope you're getting ready to enjoy your holidays, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.